Hey, welcome to the DPP channel. Today we have a Wargreymon vs Beelstar game for you guys. Now unfortunately not the Wargreymon X, but it uses the new support for the latest BT9 set. Now Greymon X is a very superb card as it protects itself from bounces and disruption options, which is actually pretty much everything in the game except minus DP of course. Now Beelstar has came a long way since BT06 and every set it requires itself to keep adapting. Now in BT9 in particular, it starts adopting the blue options such as Calculator's Breath that can bounce Digimon such as Alphamon which does not protect against bounces. Now this was possible also thanks to the new generic blue tamer introduced in BT09. Now without further ado, let's dive right into the game itself as we do see two Icemon ready to take flight and swing at the security. The first one will swing at the security and it does actually dies, which is a very, I'll say pretty much a miracle because Icemon dying nowadays is pretty tough thanks to the amount of tamers and memory boosts available. Now it does discard two options there, which is very nice to speed up that Beelstar. And we do see a Beelstar being dropped there, and the second Icemon will swing at security, pushing to 3, but this one doesn't die. It's gonna hardcore the Gabumon to just pass the turn. So it's gonna actually have just 2 memory to work with this turn as it does push out the Greymon X. It's gonna swing at the Icemon, blocking the Icemon effect of course, drawing 3, discarding 2, perfectly balanced. Discarding 2 more 7 cost option, making Beelstar effectively very cheap now, and he does go for the Meta Greymon to actually pop off that Gabumon, which is pretty much needed because he's actually facing so much security pressure, and we do see 2 memory being passed to the right player as he does evolve to the Gabumon. Now he does go to the Doublemon here, which is basically very similar to Icemon, given that it does actually speed up the deck drop zone. It's going to hardcore the Beelstarmon for 7 costs here, so basically reduced by 5 costs. It's going to go for the Fly Bullet to kill off the Meta Greymon. The Meta Greymon doesn't have 2 similar level Digisource, so it is not able to use the Greymon X to actually protect himself. So that's very unfortunate for the Wargreymon player as he does go for the Greymon here, the nursery as he does build a new one. He's going to evolve to the Meta Greymon here. So the Wargreymon player here actually uses quite a bit of spice as he does go for the Meta Greymon, the dual color one, and especially Gaiumon in his same deck. Now we do see Doublemon swing at the security, hitting to the Greymon, and so it's going to die here. It's going to of course B03, and this will allow him to pick up any Digimon from the drop zone, and I suspect it's going to be the Beelstar. So he does pick up the Beelstar, adding it to hand. Now of course the Gabumon effect does proc here as well, drawing 2, discarding 1. It's going to discard 1 more blue option, 7 cost option. It's going to use Demimaron to draw 1, discard 1 as well. Going to discard another 7 cost option. The Beelstarmon will swing at security, leaving him at 1 already. It's going to hardcore the Gazimon to lock out the red memory boost there, so very nice as he's going to hardcore another Sidemon to just pass the turn. Now with just 3 memory, will he make a comeback here as he does push out the Meta Greymon? He does go for the Alterous mode, which allows him to pop off that Gazimon for basically 3 costs. He's going to follow up with a Meta Greymon X antibody over the Meta Greymon, activating the Cool Boy to just draw 1 and gain 1 memory, and then gain 1 crit. It's going to finally evolve to the Wargreymon, which is going to have 5 checks thanks to the Taichi, the Greymon, and of course the Meta Greymon X antibody. No options will be activated here, so all the options will be wasted. And does he have the Omimon to actually end the game here? He's going to go for the red memory boost, of course, pushing to 3 memory. It looks like he's going to fish a card here using Nokia first to actually call the Agumon. We get top 3 for the Omimon Blitz, and we do see 2 Agumons, and the third one will be a Greymon X. So it's very unfortunate, he needed 1 more cycle at least for that hope. It looks like he just scooped right there because he's going to die to that Psychemon and the Beelstarmon as well. So we're going to start game 2 with the Beelstar player going first, going to hatch the Demimaron and evolving to the Gabumon, which is the Gabumon you want to see in every first turn, and you're going to hardcore the Gazimon to just pass the turn. So no Icemon inside there, so it's going to be a weak turn 2 I would say. And going to see a red memory boost for the left player as he does miss the rookie, top 4 no rookie as well. He's going to pick up the Alterous mode, adding it to hand. And we're going to see him playing the Cool Boy to search for more stuff as he does see 2 Agumons going down to the bottom as he does pick up a Greymon X. Is it enough though? And we do see the Gabumon swing at the security and hitting into a Taichi tamer there. Man, that's insane. As he does actually hardcore the Gabumon to just pass the turn, and he's going to guarantee 3 memory for the left side of the player, and he's going to push it up immediately to evolve to the Burning Greymon. Now the Burning Greymon actually swing at the Gabumon to actually kill off the rookie of course because he doesn't want too much pressure at the security. Now if you guys haven't already realized, the Wargreymon deck does actually aim for the OTK with the Wargreymon from the BT1, and of course ending the game with a hybrid or of course the Omimon Blitz. But we do see the Meta Greymon actually doing more work as he does kill off one of the Gabumon, and the Gabumon will be of course raised in the nursery, and we do see the Miss Memory Boost. Now Miss Memory Boost is pretty nuts as you do Mewtwo and of course just drawing 1. but it does guarantee 2 more memory for the next turn as he does go for the Beelstarmon for just 10 cost to use the Flying Bullet at the Wargreymon. Now the left player does finally draw into the rookie there and does have 10 memory to work with as he does use 5 of them to actually go for the Greymon X antibody. Gonna evolve to the Wargreymon again, pure off the Gazimon, very nice. He's gonna go for the Tai Chi Tamer setup to just pass the turn. So definitely the left player is having a better turn than the previous game. And the Beelstarmon will actually swing at security, hitting to another Tai Tamer, so it's going to set up into a much closer OTK turn for the Wargreymon. And we do see the Core Darkness eating that Beelstarmon and picking up 2 Digimons in the form of Beelstarmon and of course Icemon. The Icemon will be evolved over the Gabumon and will be swinging at the security. And we do hit into Agumon, so it doesn't die. Looks like it's going to go for the Dexmon Hardcore, which is actually pretty cheap. It's only 8 cost, but it does de-evolve the Wargreymon, leaving it at the Greymon. Just going to kill it off to give us a level 4. And we do see a Red Mirror boost being played here while pushing out the Nursery Digimon. And we do see a level 4, which is, I'm very sure, it's going to pick it up. It does pick up the Greymon X over the Greymon, given that he has 2 Tai Chi already on the field. So going to evolve to the Greymon X antibody. He's gonna go for the red memory boost because no Gazimon as he's on the field, pushing to 5 memory as he does go for the Alterous mode, which will kill off the Scatter mode. The Scatter mode, of course, activate the effect to draw 3, discarding 2, and we do see the Gabumon and the Wargreymon below it as well. So a lot of cycle will begin here. Gonna draw 2, discarding 1, discarding all the 3 Musketeers / 7 cost option stuff there, and we do see a Dobomon being the last one. We're gonna see a Wargreymon X antibody as well. So it's going to gain 1 memory and of course draw 1 thanks to the Cool Boy. Pushing to 3 memory, and of course with 3 memory you are going to go for the Wargreymon. A Wargreymon of course swing as security for another 5 checks. You can hit into the new blue Tamer there as I mentioned in the start of the video, but no options can be activated here, which is pretty insane as the guy just go for the Omnimon Blitz and end game 2. And we'll go to game 3 there, with Beelstarmon still going first as he does evolve to the Gabumon, very consistent, and he's going to go for the Dobomon instead of the Icemon. Now Dobomon and Icemon are the same DP, so they share the same likeness of basically dying to the security. Now we do see the Agumon evolve to Nursery, and we do see an Agumon Hardcore this time round to get in top 3, and we do see him miss the search. Now in these 3 games alone, I think he missed pretty much every search until the most important one. Now we do see the Dobomon being dead here as he does Mew 3 of course. And we do see him picking up the Gabumon, adding it to hand. Still considering though. And of course the Gabumon will activate its effect to draw 2, discarding 1. Gonna discard the Cocytus Breath. Wargreymon will draw 1 and of course discarding 1 more card. Of course another Cocytus Breath. He's gonna set up the Tamer to just pass the turn. So next turn he's gonna guarantee 3 memory, which is pretty nice. And we do see Agumon X antibody here, which allows him to look at the top 3 to search for X antibody card, or of course the Greymon. He's gonna add the Wargreymon Alterous mode to hand, which is pretty nice. It's gonna evolve to the Greymon X antibody instead of on the Nursery though, so that's a very bold move as he does go for the Wargreymon, already passing the turn. Now we're going to see 3 memory for the right player here as he does hatch to Wargreymon and of course evolving to the Gabumon, which he did pick up earlier from the Dobomon effect. He's going to go for the Calling from the Darkness here, which is going to pick up the Valmon and another Gabumon, adding both to hand. He doesn't have to kill any Digimon there because you can still do the effect, and it's going to hardcore the Valmon to just pass the turn. We do see Agumon X antibody evolving Nursery once again. We're going to see a Gaiomon appearance. And it's going to use the ability of the Blitz to actually swing over the blocker thanks to the Wargreymon, and it's going to reboot thanks to the Gaiomon effect. Now we do see Icemon going to do Icemon shenanigans as he does swing at the security, but of course Gabumon will activate its effect to draw 1, discarding 1 first. To discard of course another Cocytus Breath. Let's see into Wargreymon though, so it does die, so Icemon will do Icemon things again, drawing 3, discarding 2, so much cycle for the Beelstarmon as he does discard 2 more cards to fill up the Beelstar of course, and then you see a Wargreymon to just fill out 1 more card for the Beelstar, as you do see a Beelstar being hardcore for just 4 costs here, which is pretty cheap. Now we do see the Greymon X ability activating here as he does discard 2 Digisource of the same level and just actually avoiding their destruction, so that's very nice. But will it be enough as he does use the Gaiomon to swing at the Beelstarmon and gonna hardcore the Wargreymon to pass the turn? Ooh, not looking too good I would say, because he's not pressuring the security but instead dealing with the Digimon on the field. Not exactly wrong though, However, when you're fighting against Beelstar, the longer the game goes, Beelstar is definitely getting a lot better, especially with the cost being cheap. And we do see here, it's only just 4 costs. It does kill off the Gaiomon there. It's going to evolve to the Iceman to just pass the turn. Now, definitely the Metal Greymon is not going to put too much threat unless he does have another Gaiomon, but looks like his hand does have only the level 6 Wargreymon. It's going to go for the Metal Greymon in the nursery this time round, passing 4 memory to the right player, as the Iceman will be pushed out from the nursery and swinging at the security, hitting to a Taichi Tamer, not too bad, and hitting another one, leaving him at 1 security, as we do see a Calling from Darkness killing off the Icemon, as of course going to pick up the Beelstarmon and the Gabumon, adding both to hand. And of course, it's going to use the Iceman Scatter Mode effect to draw 3, discarding 2 more cards to fill up the Beelstar cost, and of course drawing 2, discarding 1 once again. So much cycle. Beelstar have been repeating this for the entire 3 games, but that's what Beelstar usually do. As you do see the Beelstar just 1 cost there, it's going to go for the Neobone, and will allow him to hardcore the Valmon as well as the Gabumon. Now, Valmon is a very nice blocker in this meta, just because it's 6k DP. 6k DP can't die to the Rapimon, it can't die to the Alterous mode, which can be pretty annoying. Now, we do see him hardcore the Gazimon to just simply pass the turn here, but he does have actually a total of 6 Digimons against that Metal Greymon alone from the nursery, which is going to be pushed out here. Going to evolve to the Alterous mode. He can't actually snipe off that blocker, that's very unfortunate. It's going to evolve to the Metal Greymon X Antibody, so you guys see the gameplay again. It's going to go up all the way to the Wargreymon, and this will be 5 checks. But the Valmon will just simply block it because there's no piercing, and this will be it. But looks like he does have a follow-up, as he does evolve to the Omimon X Antibody, and with that much resource, he actually can survive this turn, as you do see him hatch the last nursery Digimon. It's going to evolve to the Gabumon first, of course. It's going to use the Beelstarmon to swing at the security. However, the blue tamer here won't be activating because he does have more than 7 cards in his hand, and you do need to have less than 7 to draw a card. It looks like the Omimon X will let that pass. Now the second Beelstarmon doesn't have the same luck though, as the Omimon X does use his ability to catch 2 Digisource, and going to evolve to the Dexmon here to de-evolve the Omimon X, and of course go for a game right there. Now this is the Beelstarmon list if you guys are interested in the BT9 format. And this will be the Wargreymon deck list. Thank you guys for watching till the end, and do consider subscribing, dropping a like and a comment if you guys do enjoy the content.